built that in where they're going to turn off those mics so that somebody can't ramble. And my husband's, and you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has. Can you imagine if we put any more Republicans on the Supreme Court? No.
Welcome back to Tracking That, a channel where we try to track what liberals are saying but end up not being able to as usual. So everyone's favorite first lady was just on The View, and you're probably thinking, wait, Melania Trump? No, the first lady to be married to a president that had dementia for the full 4 years in office, that is. And obviously because she was on The View, all the ladies sucked up to her, and she was given softball questions. But now I'm starting to think the Biden campaign should start to pay attention to Jill and not let her speak, because she says the dumbest things. So we're all tracking that during the Joe Biden and Donald Trump debate, they can cut the microphone off if someone talks over the allotted time. So here we have Joe Biden on The View talking proudly about the rule where they can cut the microphone off. But we all know it's going to be a 3-on-1 since CNN's anchors are the ones asking the questions. And the rule is going to be advantageous towards Biden, because if Trump wants to fact check him and there isn't enough time, well, he's out of luck. But I think this rule will bite them back, because the American people will see how much of a crutch our president needs to just get by. Then Jill talks about Joe as if he's her own child. You're going to see how smart my husband is and how much experience he has. Well, we found out quickly these past 3+ years that experience doesn't necessarily equate to being a good president. Trump can't string a sentence together. I'm just going to ignore that comment and let this image do all the talking. Seriously, 2+ hours of Biden blunders.
The first presidential debate is less than a month away, and we've debated at this table. There have been people that have thought President Biden shouldn't even debate President Trump just due to the fact that Donald Trump will gaslight, he overtalks, there are no guardrails. So
he stalks.
I happen to believe it's really important, more than ever, to have a debate with guardrails. What is the strategy that the president has going into this? Any tips you'd have for a debate that we could pull off where we could actually hear our candidates?
No, they've built that in where they're going to turn off those mics so that somebody can't ramble or scream at somebody. Not that my husband would be the one doing that. And so that's already been negotiated. And, I think the American people deserve a debate, because you need to see your choices. You need to see Trump, and you need to see the president, and you need to see the differences. And my husband's, and you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has. And then you'll see somebody who, like you're saying, I'm going to use Joy's words, can't put a sentence together, and everything is beautiful and it's wonderful.
Tremendous.
Big league. Tremendous. Yeah. So I think the American people deserve to see the two men who are running for this office, because your choice is going to be clear.
Yeah, hopefully it will be more clear than ever that Biden is incapable of being in office to the Democrats and independents. I mean, I think he should have been impeached during the Afghanistan withdrawal that showed incompetence at the highest level, but what do I know? If Biden wants to have any chance of going up in the polls, he would pardon Trump if he gets falsely convicted. Then Jill goes on to try to gaslight or lie to us about how we are all in a better place with Biden over Trump. Of course, she wasn't able to offer any evidence of that, but the one thing I hear from Democratic politicians is that the economy is doing so well. Yeah, the economy where inflation outpaced wage growth for the first 3 years. Yeah, give me a break. And they are traveling the country meeting everybody. Here's an image of a Biden rally versus a Trump rally, and I'm not sure if they are meeting everybody, maybe a couple of people a day.
What message does the president have to give to make people get it that we are in a better place now?
Well, we are in a better place now, and what you're saying is true, and we have to get out that message. Every vote counts. This election is important. And so we are going everywhere. We're meeting people where they are. We're meeting them in person. We're meeting them over the TV. We're meeting them in social media. We're not taking anything for granted, because Joe has done amazing things for this country. And we have to get the message out.
They have to get the message out, yet the guy that is president hasn't gotten the message out for the entire time he was in office. Ignoring reporters, skipping the State of the Union. They are hiding him, probably letting him hibernate until the debate, and then injecting him with as many drugs as possible so they can show some life in him. And if it fails drastically, then they can change the candidate on us. This is the earliest debate in history. But as if Jill couldn't say anything more ridiculous, she one-upped herself by saying if we get more Republicans on the Supreme Court, we would lose all our rights. And every time a Democrat argues that, I lose brain cells because the only thing they lost was affirmative action, a policy that was racist against white and Asian students, and abortion. But even then, it's at the state level, which I know from a political standpoint, Trump doesn't want to federalize abortion. But if you have a state say it's legal in its entirety, then have a state next door ban it completely when someone could drive across the state to have that non-healthcare procedure, it makes no sense. But I understand Trump doesn't want this election to be a single issue.
Can you imagine if we put any more Republicans on the Supreme Court? No. We will lose all of our rights.
Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I think I've had enough of this woman. Make sure you give me your opinion in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.